Hey YouTube, Butterfly Eyes coming back at you really quick, y'all. Did y'all see the title? Did you see the title? Yeah, this is some real talk. But I got to be quick because my son beat me up in that video and I got to come back. Okay, I got to explain. Anyway, y'all, when my son came out the closet, oh my Lord, what a tensified moment that day was. It was tensified, y'all. And I'm gonna be real quick. He was 17 years old and he went away and came back home. I allowed him to go someplace, but my spirit wasn't right. It was troubled. And when he came back home, I asked the question, and he was 17. He's 21 now. So I want to make sure I get it right. I believe my question was that day: is the person that he went with, is they a faggot? Are you a faggot? Was screaming and hollering on top of my lungs like I was crazy. And he was like, yes, yes. And I'm like, what? What? No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm going crazy. Because I'm thinking, this boy must have lost his mind. He done lost his mind. He can't be this. He can't be. First thing, first reaction. That's how I was acting, y'all. But as time went on, I called my pastor up. I called my auntie up. I'm like, I need what? And my pastor, let's pray, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. And my aunt, who had went down this road before, when she called me and told me about my cousin, I was like, well, that's your child. You gotta love him. Well, those words came back to slap me in my face. It's your child. You gotta love him. But at the time, I was so hurt. I needed prayer. I needed hugs. I needed love. Everything you could think I needed. I needed it. Okay. But most importantly, what I didn't want to happen was what I realized was prayer changes things. It does. Prayer changes things. But I was praying that God will remove this desire that my son had. What I had to learn to pray for was that God would transform his heart and the desire of whatever it is, because it could be drugs, it could be, you know, your child teenage pregnancy, it could be prostitution, it could be anything, okay? Not just a gay lifestyle. It could be anything. And whatever the situation is, whether it be drugs, you saying, "Oh Lord." Whether it be teen pregnancy, you saying, "Oh Lord." If your child got HIV, you saying, "Oh Lord." If your child is gay, you saying, "Oh Lord." Whatever the situation is. What I learned was you had to embrace. I had to go down on my knees, and I spent a lot of time on my knees, y'all, praying, but I had to pray for myself. I had to pray that God would give me the strength to deal with this thing that just came knocking at my door. And being a Christian, I'm like, oh, it's not godly. Da, 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 da. Anything you can think of, I was thinking it, okay? But my thought process had to change. Because when you're in the world and of the world, you think like it, you act like it, you look like it, you're having fun, and people that's gay, and when you hear like, oh, so and so is gay, you be like, whatever floats their boat. If they like it, I love it. But then when it comes to your lifestyle and comes back home, and you transform your life to be a Christian, it's a different thing. Okay, it's a hurtful feeling. It really is when you hear about it from your child. But what I didn't want to happen is I didn't want my son to go in the streets and get love from someone else. You got a mother for love. I didn't want my son to go and get embraced by someone else. You got your mother to embrace you. I didn't want my son to go and talk to other people and not be able to talk to his mother. Okay? I had to be that person. As hard as it was for me, I had to get off my knees with love. Because one thing about being a mother, one thing about being a parent is this: it doesn't come with a handbook. But one thing you got to have some love. You got to have some compassion. Whether you're a parent or not, you're going to have to get up with some love and some compassion. And that's what I got up with. One thing I told my son is this: wrap it up. Wrap it up. Saran wrap, aluminum foil. I'm just being jokey right now. But wrap it up. Okay? Be smart. You control your destiny. If this is what you have chosen for your life, who am I to judge? There's one man who sits higher than me. I cannot judge. Judge not. I have to love my son unconditionally. That's what my role is as a mother. Now, believe me, I got my son back. You come stepping to him halfway, you're going to get the other half of me. And that's just straight up for both of my children. That's just how I am. Okay. They call me crazy. I'm crazy in love with my kids. So that's just how it get down. But I just want to say to the parents, I have learned to deal with a lot of things. I have spoken to some of his friends who have yet to tell their parents. I encourage them to talk to them. But then I had to learn the flip side of that. Everybody's parent is not going to be embracing. Okay. Some people are going to disown you. And I feel for them. And we are all God's kids no matter what we decide to do. No matter what we decide to do, we're all God's kids. And my job, I feel like, is to show them love. I would hate to close my eyes and somebody mistreat my kids. You know, you don't even want somebody to mistreat your kids when you turn your back. Why should I mistreat somebody else? Okay? So y'all got the story real quick because there's a lot of other things I didn't mention how crazy I did go. But I got it with some love. Okay? So talk to your kids, love your kids, just educate yourself. I learned not to use that word faggot. I'm going to tell you why. Because my son said, Ma, when you use the word faggot, you just like calling a woman a bitch. I said, what? I ain't doing that no more. Because what I learned is this. It's not what they call you. It's what you answer to. Okay? And I'm a child of the Most High God. I got favor. Anyway, y'all, and they call me Butterfly Eyes. Okay? Anyway, I'm just being a clown right now. But I love you. Leave your comments. Leave your questions. Okay? And check out my son. His name is Mad Fresh. His real name is Rashad. But he called himself Mad Fresh. He think he's a pretty boy. And I'm going to leave the link below. Okay, I love y'all. I really, really do. Thank you to my subbies. Y'all help me get to 200. I'm ready to give this giveaway away. Love you. Bye.